Welcome to the Locker Room, where this morning we'll unlock the best in the sports world. Let's go to the studio with the Minister of Sports, Minister Daryl Natillo.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Locker Room podcast. I'm Daryl Natillo, and tonight, for the first time ever, I'll be hosting a coach's show. With me this evening is one of my great friends, a heck of a football coach known around the United States, Coach Daryl Brown. Daryl, how you doing?
Pretty good yourself, Mr. Natil. How you doing tonight?
Both of us got the little raspy voices from the weather, and you coaching football, and I'm doing broadcasting. But we're gonna battle through this thing. So,
Like
Coach Brown.
battle. Yes.
Coach Brown, tell me, what is Daytona Elite Academy?
Daytona Elite Academy. Good question. Um, it's two separate entities. We play a JUCO schedule, a JUCO football schedule, and basketball schedule. Um, we're part of the ICAA, Intercollegiate Athletic Association, and we give young men second opportunities. We house and feed the young men, and they play sports for Daytona Elite. They schooling. They go to Daytona State and get their education. They get a 2-year degree. We'll send them on with film. We provide film for them, and we help them get to a 4-year institution.
So this program is a program that houses kids that could be D1 prospects, but for some reason, why do they fall to you?
Grades, academics, test scores, need more film. We get a lot of kids that play D2, D3 football too, come back to get more film because they want to go higher, a different institution, a bigger institution. So we get kids coming out, we recruit kids coming out of high school. We've got kids come out the portal. Um, we get a lot of different type of young men, and we give them a second opportunity, and we also get the film they need by playing other JUCO collegiate teams, and we prepare them for the next level.
When you say we, talk about your coaching staff.
I got a great coaching staff, man. A lot of experience. Couple NFL guys on the coaching staff. High school coaches on the coaching staff that are now in their first year coaching JUCO ball. They're finding out it's different from high school football. The speed of the game picks up. It gets faster. Understanding the collegiate rules of the game. Um, my coach staff is great. Right now, we're standing at 4-0 and number one in ICAA. So I'm real happy with my coaching staff.
Okay, so tell me this: you got kids that's coming to you from where? I know you got some kids from Central Florida. Do you have kids that's all from around the nation?
Yes, the first this is our 3rd year in existence. The first year we had kids as far away as Finland. Um, the second year we had kids as far away as from Indiana, Chicago. This year I was promoted to head coach. I wanted to stay more so local when I say local, I'm talking about the state of Florida. So
Right.
I get kids out of Miami, all over the state of Florida, as far as Tallahassee, far down as Miami and Key West, over to Tampa, St. Pete area. So my biggest thing was thinking about filling up the stadium. When you get those kids from out of the area, it's hard to put people in the stands. But bringing in those local kids, we've been having a good, decent crowd now that we got it, where parents can travel and be able to see their young man play on Saturdays.
So you talk about kids who come to you because of grades, but what advantage is it playing on the JUCO level? What does that do for your eligibility?
It helps the kid a lot with their eligibility. Because right now, the new rule, 2025, it will pass as they get a 2-year degree. They would automatically go back to get their 4. They can enhance and go to a 4-year institution and get 4 years. But what we're having, some of these kids coming in and want to do 1 year, and they fall to the a D3 or D2 scale university, and they only get that time allotted. But if they stay here for 2 years, get their 2 year degree, they can go to a 4 year institution and play 4 years.
Okay. Talk about the team that you know. It's just the third season, and you have a great ball club right now. Talk to us about the team that you have right now and what they're doing. Here's a look at the Warriors. Coach, you there? Coach Brown. Coach Brown has some talented kids. I think he dropped off right now. He has some talented kids that getting the job done. They're ranked number one right now. Here's another look at another kid, a running back, Elijah. Last week against Miami, he had over 200 and something yards rushing. So Coach has some great kids that's coming up through his program. Let's take another look at a couple of his other kids while we're waiting for him to come back on. Here's a kid, Parrish, Walter Parrish, a great wide receiver. Talk to us about some of the kids you got, Coach. You dropped off for a minute. Talk to us about this young man, Parrish.
Walter Parrish, the beast, man. Kid 6'2", 6'3", about 195 pounds. Um,
We lost him again. Walter Parrish, Offensive Player of the Week a couple of weeks ago. Coach was talking about he's 6'3", 190 something pounds. Great wide receiver. We can get Coach back. He can kind of tell us a little bit about him. Here's another young man that's doing well with the Warriors. Another wide receiver. We can get Coach back. Here's a look at the rankings. While we're waiting for Coach to come back, here's a look at the rankings. Uh, the Warriors were ranked number 2 in the ICAA on week 4 after going down to Miami and a great victory down there. They now vote to number 1 in the polls. While I'm waiting for Coach to come back, I'm going to keep going. Next week, I have on, my guest will be former BCU offensive lineman, NFL Hall of Famer Larry Little will be my guest. He has a book coming out, his autobiography coming out, and we'll have Coach Little on next week, trying to get Coach Brown back. But the Daytona Elite Academy is a program here in Daytona. They're practicing at Daytona Stadium, and they share that stadium with the high schools and Bethune-Cookman University. And they're doing very well this year. Coaches had opportunity to put together some things into the offense and the defense. But here he is. Coach, back. You back, Coach?
yes, I am.
All right, talk to us about your offense.
We run a spread offense. We're averaging right now 40, 45 points a game. We got a lot of great talent on the offense. A lot of Yaya DeReese, a kid that came to us as a defensive end, 6'3", 220, big time kid. He's graduating in December. He come to us as a defensive end. We converted him over to tight end. He's putting up big numbers. Some of you guys remember Isaiah Robinson from Daytona High
Uh-huh.
School about 3 years ago. Isaiah is putting up big numbers right now. Big time kid. This is his last year. He's field general and he's doing a great job on the offense. We got a Terrell Weathers that played it with Cal High School a couple years ago. A dog, pure dog running the ball. This past Saturday, he had 8 carries for 64 yards. Fred Gaines from Jacksonville, Florida. They played at Albany State. He's with us. He's putting up big numbers. So, you know, um, we doing big things with these kids. My office coordinators are doing a great job with these young men. I'm very proud of my coordinators, and we're looking pretty good. We're looking real good for down the stretch.
So you have a lot of contact with Division I coaches. You got some kids even go to Michigan, right?
Yes, um, Devin Thomas played DB for me for the last 2 years. Devin ended up staying here 2 years. He got recruited by Michigan State. He was from Edgewater High School over in Orlando. He ended up going to the Queen University though up in Pittsburgh. Big time safety, did real well here at Daytona Elite. He followed the path, ended up leaving us with a 3.9 GPA, and now he's at the Queen University up in Pennsylvania in Pittsburgh.
Both of us struggling with our voices, so I won't keep you
Yes.
long, Coach. But listen, we got a set of parents watching this. They have a young man who's not really being recruited, by Division I or Division II team. How do they get in contact with a JUCO like you?
Okay, all they gotta do is go to our website, Daytona Elite Academy, um, Daytona Beach, Florida, or you can get in touch with Mr. Natil, and he can put you in contact with me, who's the head coach, Daryl Brown, and we can see what we're looking at and if you fit our program.
Okay, you're in mid-season now. Your record, what, 4-0? Who you got coming up next?
We got Fort Lauderdale University. Matter of fact, they're in the other room right now studying offense on one side, defense on one side. We're preparing. The first year, we beat them 29 to nothing. They're 0-5 at this time, but they've played some high powered schools. So we're preparing. We're getting prepared to go down to Fort Lauderdale. We're in an off week. We're on an off week right now. So we're healing up and we're preparing to travel next week down 95 and go take on Fort Lauderdale.
So you played that game in Miami and you got caught in the rain and then riding the air conditioned bus back, you lost your voice. So who's the voice right now or reckoning for your players? Who's doing most of the conversation with the kids right now?
Coach Rob Way. Coach Rob Way, a former Bethune-Cookman linebacker. He's doing an exceptional job with his defense. He's the defense coordinator. First time being defense coordinator. But him and I have worked together before, and he's doing a tremendous job with the young men.
Coach, you coach high school football over in, we know you coached in DeLand. We know you did some semi-pro. You've coached FCS, FBS All-Star games. How challenging is it for you right now being a head coach? And what does it take? I know you got a family. I know your boys, they come to my pool. I think one of them right now ghost facing me on my messages. But how challenging is it, having a family and doing what you do?
It takes a family that supports you. My wife is all boys. She's the only girl in the house. She say that all the time. So everybody in the house play football, and I met her on the football field. So you know that plays a part. You got to have a support group. You got to have a very strong support group to support you in this profession, and it'll work out. But you have to validate time for family as well.
You got some kids that's some coaches have stacked into your program because the NCAA rules. Because the NCAA rules, the most teams have gone down to 100 and what 10 players on a roster. So you got a number of kids who fall into you from different D1 programs who possibly looking for some film and to get back, right?
We do. Um, this is our first light year in 3 years. Normally we carry anywhere between 64, 70 kids. This year I'm right around 45, 50. Um, we had a bad year on linemen. offensive, defensive linemen. Um, but where we're headed and direction we're headed in, next year we're gonna be around 80 kids.
Okay, Coach, you're playing in Fort Lauderdale this weekend,
October 4th, next weekend.
October the 4th, next
That's the
weekend. So we're gonna look forward to
13th.
seeing you the
The
following.
13th.
Look,
The 13th. 13th.
okay, we're gonna look forward to seeing you the following week, and we'll bring a couple of kids on, and we'll do the Coach Brown Show. This is the birth of the Coach Brown Show. How about that?
Thank you. Thank you.
We're out of time. Definitely, we're never out of sports. You're watching the Locker Room. Thank you, Coach. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.